Hello, everyone. My name is Christine, and I'm your messenger guide for difficult times in life, transitions, transformation, changes, crossroads, and how to navigate them. And I'm coming out of a very, very long, very difficult phase in my life, too, because I live in Bali now, and the whole reason why I moved here is because of a really, really difficult, quite traumatic breakup of a 10-year relationship about 15 months ago. And I mean, a 10-year relationship is already good reason for for grieving and for just recovering from it. But in my case, it was a very karmic relationship, which at that time I didn't know, because I was convinced we were soulmates and meant to be together forever. And I'm still pretty sure we are soulmates, but we are karmic soulmates. And for many, many years, while I was already deep into doing my inner work and my healing work, I kind of only worked through the spiritual, the soul level, so the karmic stuff and the past life stuff and the ancestral stuff, and also trauma healing and inner child healing. But I came from that angle, so and that relationship was also the reason why I started to tap into that realm. I started to have past life memories coming up. And that was activated as soon as we moved to France, because he's French, and for me it was a very karmic place, which I didn't know at that time. And as soon as I set foot on that line, I got physically sick, and everything was just like really difficult. Nothing really worked. Nothing was flowing. And then after a while, I had all of these things these memories coming up, and like spontaneous past life regressions and whatnot. And anyway, it was just a really deep, it was deep processing into or of these hidden realms, and a descent into the underworld for over a decade. The whole time we were together. And all this stuff surfaced, and at that time I thought it was to finally heal all this, so that we can finally have a normal life together, and we can finally settle down together, and maybe even have a family, and everything that was just seemed impossible for me my whole life until then. And so all this stuff surfaced, and I'm going into that deeper in other videos, but it was just really, really heavy stuff, really dark stuff. And the whole time I thought, yeah, that's because I can finally heal all the root causes, so that we can finally be together and be normal and be happy and have a good life. And I don't really know where I'm going with this. I kind of lost my train of thought, but it was just, the irony was that I didn't know, but that relationship itself kept me basically confined or even trapped in that energy, in that realm of this deep, deep processing of the descent into the underworld, of the deep unconscious past life, ancestral material, and all of that. And the whole time there was a voice in me that told me that it's just, you have 10 years together, but that's it. And I fought it, and I thought it was intrusive thoughts. So I went deeper and deeper, and another past life and another past life, and I saw all the patterns that were repeating in this life. And I thought, if I can finally clear it, if I can finally heal it, then everything is going to be okay. And then it turned out I cannot outheal fate. But I could clear all my deep unconscious trauma and all the burden and the baggage that I had. It's just the outcome was different than I thought that I hoped it would be. And anyway, then that breakup happened and I lost everything overnight, not just that relationship of 10 years, but everything connected to it. My whole, the whole reason why I was doing all this. And sure, I did it for myself, but I did it also for us. I did it also for that relationship. I did it also for that future that then didn't happen. And so all of a sudden, all that was gone from basically one day to the next. And I left and I moved to Bali. And since then, I'm here. And so much more healing had to happen, so much more processing of the grief, of course, of layers and layers of another lifelong trauma response that I've had, which is wishful thinking and illusion and even delusion to a certain degree, fantasy, rescue-based magical thinking. Like the whole time I thought, but maybe we still have a chance. Maybe it's a God's elaborate plan to separate us for a while and then we work on our issues and then we can come back together in a better way. And every time that came up, I realized there was another deeper layer that I had to clear, to heal, to integrate, of attachment trauma and childhood trauma and all of that. And anyway, I've been talking now for a long time without really going anywhere. It's just when we start to go on that path, on that journey of transformation and of healing, of awakening, and it sometimes can go on detours. We think we're so convinced that this is it, and this is the path, and this is the goal, and this is the future, and this is why we're doing it. But that's our mind, and that's our unconscious or subconscious trauma bleeding into it. The inner child that is holding on to something or someone and prioritizes that, but the soul has something else in mind. The soul knows better. And so this whole time we think we might be doing it for this and that reason, or for this and that person or relationship. But maybe the outcome is just different than we thought, or we hoped it would be. But overall, in the end, as hard as it may be, it's still exactly what was meant to be. It was exactly what was supposed to happen. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic for everyone. But if you're watching this video, then I assume that maybe you have or you are in a difficult phase in your life of some change, some forced change, maybe change you didn't ask for. Maybe you lost your job, your home, a relationship, or whatever. And I just want to tell you that it's really hard. Sometimes I really, truly understand. I've been through this for a long time now. And I wanna say I see you and I get it. And just be patient with yourself. Just be compassionate with yourself and with your path and with your journey. And try not to hold on too tight onto a certain idea or goal or purpose or person, because it might just be something else that needs to happen. And the less we cling, the less we hold on to, and the more flexible we are, the easier it will be to go through these transitional times. So I think that's it for today. I don't know. I had something else in mind, and then I just started talking, and something else came out. So that's okay, I guess. I wish you I wish you a great day and much love. Bye bye.